Your dog watches you in ways you don't notice. They track the pace of your footsteps. They measure the weight of your sigh. They know the difference between the voice you use when you're fine and the voice you use when you're pretending to be fine. And long before you've consciously registered that today feels harder than yesterday, your dog has already adjusted their behavior accordingly. In 2018, researchers at the University of Lincoln ran an experiment that made a lot of owners uncomfortable. They had people enter a room and interact with dogs they'd never met before while displaying one of 6 emotional states: happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, disgust. The dogs weren't told anything. They weren't trained. They just watched. And within seconds, their behavior shifted to match. Happy humans got approached. Angry humans got distance. Sad humans got something in between, a cautious proximity, like the dog was deciding whether to engage or retreat. The dogs weren't reading facial expressions alone. When researchers isolated just the voice or just the body language, accuracy dropped. But together, the recognition rate was over 75%. Your dog is running a continuous emotional audit, and they're better at it than most of the people in your life. Here's where it gets more complicated. A study published in Animal Cognition in 2016 found that dogs don't just recognize your emotions, they absorb them. Cortisol levels in dogs rose significantly when their owners displayed signs of stress, even when the dog itself had no reason to be stressed. No loud noise, no threat, nothing directed at them. Just proximity to a dysregulated nervous system. The synchronization happened within minutes, and it didn't require touch. It didn't even require eye contact. Just being in the same room was enough. But the direction of influence isn't one way. A 2019 study from Washington State University found that 10 minutes of petting a dog reduced cortisol in college students by an average of 24%. Not distraction, not placebo, measurable hormonal change. The same study found that students who simply watched other people pet dogs experienced no reduction at all. The regulation requires contact. It requires reciprocal nervous system engagement. Which means your dog isn't just reacting to your mood. In the right conditions, they're helping to stabilize it. Now here's the part most people get wrong. When you come home angry or anxious or visibly upset, the common advice is to avoid your dog until you've calmed down. Don't project your stress onto them. But developmental research suggests the opposite may be more accurate. Dogs raised in emotionally variable environments, where owners didn't suppress or hide their feelings, showed greater emotional resilience and better stress recovery than dogs raised in artificially calm households. The key wasn't the absence of negative emotion. It was the presence of resolution. The dog watches you upset, then watches you recover. And over hundreds of repetitions, they learn something crucial. That distress is temporary. That regulation is possible. Your dog isn't fragile. They're not going to break because you had a bad day. What breaks them is unpredictability without resolution, stress without repair. Your mood swings aren't the problem. It's whether your dog has learned through experience that you come back from them.